This is Required Watching, where we watch the essential films from a list of cinematic influencers and look at them through the lens of learning about filmmaking and how to move forward. I'm your host, Trey Epps, and today we're talking about The Swan and the short film and the short story. This cast is Rupert Friend, Ralph Fiennes, Asa Jennings, and it's on Netflix. Release coming to Netflix in the next couple of days. If you want to see some other reviews I've done of the short film, check them out on a playlist somewhere above me. But if you don't know anything about this film, let me break it, about the short story and thus the film, let me break it down for you. Ernie is an unruly school troublemaker and is given a gift of a rifle at the age of 15. Along with a friend, they use to shoot small birds and then turn their attentions on Peter Watson, a studious student. In a shocking turn of events, they force Peter to lie in a train tracks with a threat of the approaching train. Miraculously, Peter survives by hiding in the track bed as the train rushes by. Subsequently, the bullies coerce him into becoming their retriever dog at the end of the duck pond. Peter, who loves birds, becomes furious when Ernie kills the swan. In an eerie promise to make it fly again, Ernie takes drastic measures by severing the swan's wings and attaching them to Peter's arms. He then compels Peter to climb atop of a weeping willow, and despite refusing the bully's suggestion to jump, a stray shot from Ernie's rifle hits Peter in the leg, throwing him off balance. As Peter desperately clings to the tree, he glimpses a brilliant light beckoning him. Surrounding to this ethereal vision, he lets go of the tree and descends toward it, creating the illusion of an immense swan soaring over the village. Peter ultimately lands in his home garden, where his mother calls for help and carefully removes the wings from his arm. This was maybe the most heartbreaking films. I remember reading this short story in this book, and it didn't seem so sad, or at least maybe I didn't remember it to be so sad. But as I watched the film, it was actually quite fun. The narrator is supposedly Peter, and I think the comfort we get in that is that we know that Peter survives. We know that he's okay. The fun, I think, the fun in it all is that we don't get a sense of how dark it's going to be until it just gets there, until it just gets dark. And I think as we make our way through the film, anyway, Rupert Friend, first of all, can we just quickly talk about Wes Anderson's ability to put a cast together? It's phenomenal. It's really, really phenomenal. Rupert Friend does a really, really great job as a narrator and does the voices of all the characters. He's the only one speaking. It's a really great monologue of sorts for 17 minutes, mind you. But I just love the way he puts it together. And it doesn't get dark until, I think the fun thing about it is that it doesn't get dark until it's too late. Like I think as an audience member, I am sitting there thinking, oh, this is a Wes Anderson film. There's dark, but there's not. There's drama, there's suspense. So there are a lot of elements to a Wes Anderson film, but I didn't expect it to be so gory is not even the right word, but almost traumatic. I think traumatic is probably the best word. Where we're watching them pull these, not in a graphic way, watching them pull the wings off of the swan, and we're watching these bullies honestly just bully this kid is quite traumatic. Like, they're really going for it, and really, this guy's afraid for his life. Again, we have Rupert Friend, who's alive and telling us the story, so presumably he's alive and well and okay, presumably. But as Peter's on the top of this tree, and we see him fall, we see what happens. And the very last, scene is his mother finding her son in the backyard with swan wings, calling for help. It's heart-wrenching. It's beautiful, but it's heart-wrenching. But that's really all I got about it. I think it's worth 100% checking it out. As a short film. If you like it, subscribe. Let's keep doing these things. We'll be back next week with some more regularly scheduled episodes. Peace.